as a Black women's during Black Women's Month, unfortunately, the men who delete us the most look like these men from these videos. He's now on this platform telling us how horrible she was and still has yet to tell us what she did that was horrible. M'aptan toujours m'boko tandel. During Black Women's, how was she horrible to you Black Women's Month?
VBS, I just turned the water on. Big old flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls. Keeping on my truck, look like bricks.
Woocation, the Ghana edition is here. I'm so excited, y'all. We are going to Dirty December in Ghana. Y'all know I have been talking your ears off about going to Ghana, and I am so excited to finally bring it to you. And we're going to do all the fun things that you saw me do when I went to Ghana 2 years ago, back to back, y'all. Please go to woocationinghana.sortedchalet.com to book your spot. You do not want to miss this, because baby, once it sells out, it sells out. I cannot help you. I cannot. All right. So I will see y'all in Ghana. Again, go to woocationinghana.sortedchalet.com, and I cannot wait to see you for Dirty December.
What's up, guys? It's your sister, Jessie Woo. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe, so you can join the Black Women's Tribe during Black Women's, things are getting very weird, Black Women's Month. So I want to have this discussion because the last couple days, I've seen 2 videos about B. Simone that I found to be quite alarming, and I just wanted to discuss them just from obviously my perspective, but also kind of tie it back to some of the discourse that I've seen online when it comes to B. Simone. Now, I want to preface this by saying B. Simone and I don't have the closest relationship, right? I do have her phone number. We have worked together. I think that she is great at what she does. I think that she knows how to get the people going. Do I always agree with things that she says? No, I'm pretty sure she probably comes by my content sometimes and is like, I don't agree with that either. You know what I mean? I do, though, think that she's very good at what she does. She's very good at creating things that spark a lot of attention, a lot of talk. And she's been able to do that for a while now. And I think that takes talent, in my personal opinion. She definitely knows how to keep herself trending. She knows how to do that. And sometimes, in my opinion, sometimes when she trends, I'm just like, this is why she's trending. For instance, I didn't talk about this when it happened, but my finances, like the way that trended for 2 weeks, I was very confused. Like, like, I was so confused because what? Like, this cannot be that serious to so many of you. Like, okay, yeah, we all have our thoughts on friendships, and we all have our thoughts on finances, and we all have our thoughts. But the way some of the things that she said were misconstrued, honestly, I just was like, y'all, the girl never said she was broke. The way, like, especially men could not wait to eat her up, because we all know years ago she made the comment about only wanting to date men who didn't work 9 to 5s. And so hearing her say that she was nickeling and diming herself, the men could not wait to jump on that and tell her how much they didn't want her, how she was broke. You was laughing at us, and look at you. And the girlies was doing it too. But I found it pretty alarming how many men I saw make videos about this girl who, number one, y'all wasn't checking for. Let's just be honest. You weren't checking for her anyway, right? So it's not like you was waiting in the wings. Like, you weren't checking for her. She wasn't checking for you. Broke or rich, she still wouldn't check for you, right? And again, she never said she was broke. She explained how she was investing into this new venture. And because of that, she didn't have the liquid that she once had, but she still was able to do the things that she wanted to do. Even in that podcast, she talked about coming fresh off of the BET Awards red carpet. So she's still in the rooms. She's still vacationing everywhere. She's still traveling. She's still doing the things. It's just she explained that she wasn't being as lavish as she once was. And the men could not wait to use that to shit on her. Y'all don't think that that is kind of weird? Just, I thought that was very weird, right? Now, granted, yes. Okay, a lot of people are still upset about the fact that she only wanted to date people who were, you know, entrepreneurs or rappers or whatever, right? Or athletes, whatever. People, men who were rich, right? But even before she said that, like, were y'all checking for her? Were y'all trying to date her? The girl has been talking about looking for a boyfriend for 20 years. 20 long. She been talking about this for Sam Cooke long. So that means that she wasn't checking for y'all. Y'all wasn't checking for her. So I never understood why men were using that clip so much. I got how women were talking about the friendship side, but also just giving my thought. I mean, I know I'm mad late, but the podcast that she did with her homegirl, I think her name is Shakana, I think it was, or Shaniqua. But when Shakana was saying how, you know, she was down and out. And when she was down and out, B. Simone didn't come to her assistance. She had seen B. Simone do it for so many people. And yet when it was her, you know, she didn't do it for her, right? And I got how people talked about or got from that B. Simone was a bad friend. But I also didn't understand how folks missed the part where Shakana said, I had seen you do it for so many other people. Could it be possible that B. Simone had did it for so many other people that maybe, just maybe, by the time Shakana was down and out, she just ain't have it. Like, she didn't have it emotionally, mentally, physically. Like, she just didn't have it. Like, have you ever been in a season of your life where you're so used to being there for everybody else? Anybody can call you for rescue. And then it's like that one last person calls and it's like, baby, I ain't got it. I just don't got it. Raise your hand if that's ever been you. Does that make you a bad friend? Does that make you a bad child, a bad daughter, does that make you a bad person? That the one time you just can't do it, now you're just this bad person? That was what I got from that. And I was like, damn, nobody else sees this? Like, nobody else sees it like this? I guess maybe I'm wrong. Drop that in the comments. I know y'all gonna drop that in the comments. Let me know when I'm wrong, child. Y'all don't ever miss a chance to drag my ass. It be your own people. During Black Women's, it be your own people, Black Women's Month. It be y'all. Well, actually, Jessie. But anyway, going back to the discourse where men were dragging her for filth over her, you know, going broke. Mind you, she never said this. Illiteracy, cognitive dissonance, you know, people hear words, but the words don't register. People read, but they have no comprehension. Loud, illiterate, wrong. Loud, illiterate, wrong, right? But anyway, like I was saying before, I saw so many men pick it up and use it as content to a woman who wasn't even checking for them. And so that leads me to the fact that just over the past few weeks, I have seen some things, but over the weekend, 2 videos came on my timeline and I just was like, Nah, I'm gonna talk about this because this is dangerous now. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to talk about a streamer who I'm not even gonna name. I'm not gonna name. I honestly want these streamers to go back to school. Like, y'all need to go back to school. Y'all need to go to work. Like, go to www.indeed.com and get a job. Al chercher travail pour nous faire. Nous pas gagner pour nous faire. The streaming era, I'm telling you, somebody's going to end up getting hurt really, really bad. If it hasn't happened already, somebody's going to end up getting hurt very, very bad. I recently was in Dubai and we were told by several people that you cannot walk up to people and just be recording them and doing all that shit in Dubai. You do that, you go to jail. They were telling me, one guy told me about, I was at a restaurant actually. I was at a restaurant and mind you, it's just me and Jay. Like it's me and Mr. Easter sitting down. And I think a couple sat down like just in the distance. And so I had my camera and the waiter was like, no, you have to put that down. We don't do that here. Put that down. You have to put that down. You can't record. You know, you can be fined. You can go to jail. Fines tend to be around $130,000 USD. There was a story of one girl who was somewhere, I think at a restaurant too, and she was recording herself and she didn't know that in the background, it was like an official. Like the girl was just visiting Dubai. She didn't know that in the background, it was someone of importance. Mind you, that person wasn't even doing anything wrong. They were just eating, but she didn't get their consent. And so they reported the video. Her video had gone viral, I think on TikTok while she was still in Dubai, or it at least had enough eyes on it. The girl was thrown in jail. Clank, clank, prison. Prison. I think we need to have laws like that here, because it's getting out of control. So there was a streamer who was, I believe, at Target. And first thing, I want y'all to take notice of the title of the video. B. Simone pressed me at Target. Okay? And as we dive deep into the video, we are going to notice a very important key thing. And that key thing is, not once does B. Simone press this man. Okay? So these are young dudes. Like, it looks like they're in their early 20s. So these are grown-ass men. Grown men walking around Target.
He cool here. Why y'all running, bro? Bro, stop all that what's the name shit, bro. You look like you the coolest one out of everybody. Why you on that?
How do you get that impression?
What you mean? You just cool. Because you my light-skinned twin. You my light-skinned twin.
They're the ones doing the pressing, going up to girls, being weird, finding men, and asking them to rate random women.
All right, what you think about her? Rate her 1 through 10.
10.
10. All right, bet. What about her? What you rate her 1 through 10? What about you?
Stopping these women in their tracks while they're trying to shop. It's just very, very weird. Not asking anybody for their permission, but also, let's just keep it a buck. A lot of times women will, okay, yeah, because we don't want to get hurt. We're thinking of our safety and we're just trying to make it home in one piece, right? So throughout this video, you can see that these men are walking around Target and it is a very uncomfortable experience for other people who are within the Target. Now, as they're leaving the Target, they run into B. Simone.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I dropped the phone. Everybody relax. You got me on camera.
Oh, that's you famous.
I just want you to notice first thing, right, is they catch her on this escalator. And what does she say? You're recording me. I didn't give you permission for that. I'm paraphrasing, but she's saying, you didn't get my permission for that. Like, I just dropped my phone. I just dropped my keys. I think it was her keys or her phone. So she was in a compromising position when they started recording her. And she states her boundary. She states her boundary. They do not care. They proceed to record her, right? And as they proceed to record her, they've already been recording her. And now they're asking her for her consent, right? And you can tell by the look on her face, she's very uncomfortable by this.
All right, we on stream? It's on stream. Can I get you on camera?
Yes.
Okay.
Very uncomfortable. Also, I want you to notice that when they first spot her, they all acknowledge that she's famous. So they all know who she is. Let's continue. These men follow her to her car.
Hey, yo, okay. Wait, what she do though? I don't know.
Bro, you don't know who that is?
Nah, who should she do?
I don't do nothing but spread the gospel.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. Jesus is king, goddammit. Jesus is king.
Act like you fell off.
I'm not acting, nigga. Don't
Nah,
fucking
nah, nah,
never fell off.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you the big one, not the little one. The big one, not the little one. Yeah. Big one, not the little.
God bless you.
They follow her to her car. Like, I need us to just take a moment, especially if you're a woman. How many of us have had to run into a store, not Target, how you doing? Not right now. Hey, Pastor Jamal Bryant. Okay? But while I say this too, it's so crazy because in the comments, most of the comments, y'all at Target, people don't even care that these men are harassing her. It's y'all at Target. You know, when people don't like you, they don't give a fuck that you're being abused, you're being harassed. They don't care. They do not care. As a matter of fact, they see it as a badge of honor. That's a whole nother conversation for another time. Right? They feel like you deserve it. You deserve it. But they follow her to her car, have her license plate showing in the video. You're harassing her. You're invading her privacy. And as you're doing that, you're heckling her, telling her she fell off, right? She fell off. And I've seen a lot of people in the comments, she crashed out when y'all told her she fell off. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She's just annoyed because you're following her to her car. She was nice enough to hesitantly tell you yes. Mind you, a couple seconds before she had told you you needed her consent, that you shouldn't be recording her. But she sees 4 men, I think it's 3 or 4 guys surrounding her with a camera. So she knows perception is everything, that y'all could have cut that up however you wanted to and put it online. And that, here we go again, B. Simone trending again. So after they follow her to her car, she gets in her car to leave. This is the dialogue.
What the fuck she
You don't know
do?
who that is?
Who is
B.
that?
Simone. She famous.
Oh, that's B. Simone?
Yes.
What the fuck?
That's B. Simone. But when I said, oh, that's her.
It's gonna be tapped in.
Who- Hey, bro, shut the fuck. Nigga, I don't be on my phone like that. Nigga, I be to this money, nigga. I don't know who the fuck that is, nigga. Nigga, now that y'all said it, she be on the shade room all the time, nigga. I know now. Oh, bro, writing books and shit, nigga.
He capped out.
I ain't know who the fuck that was. Wait, she used to fuck with the baby?
Yeah. She had like a big crush on him.
Y'all niggas know more than me.
So you have the main character, I guess, who swears up and down that he has no idea who she is, but he named a very specific thing: the book scandal from 5 years ago. But he didn't know her. He had no idea who B. Simone was. But he named the book scandal from 5 years ago. That's not something that you shout out about somebody that you don't know. And also, I want you to take notice to the fact that he shouts out things that are very negative, right? None of it are things like the fact that she had her own show on Bounce TV, that she led, that she was on Wildin' Out, that she is a Wildin' Out cast member, that she's a stand-up comedian. He doesn't talk about none of the positive things. He mentions the things that he knows can get her dragged some more, okay? And then once he uploads this, he says the title is B. Simone Pressed Me at Target. If you don't think that the online discourse surrounding B. Simone has lent itself to this or has led to this, you are sadly mistaken. Having a platform, especially as a woman, Having a platform is knowing how people can easily go online and say anything about you. Say anything about you. And men who are looking to humble you seek you out for the opportunity to do so. Take it from somebody who knows this personally. I know what it's like to go outside in certain events and men be weird because they too want to be able to go online and say, oh, Jessie Woo, oh, I ran into Jessie Woo. You didn't run into me, baby. We at a party. I'm minding my business. You came up to me being weird, and now you're online looking for an opportunity to talk shit about me. Oh, I work with Jessie Woo. No, you did not. Me and you never had direct communication. She was so difficult. Me and you never had direct communication. I never worked with you. But anyway, that tends to happen with the HMI community, which is a community that I don't fuck with. But I know what that's like, where the discourse isn't just with other girls commenting about you, it's men diving in, and those men looking for any opportunity to be violent towards you. There's this other video that came on my timeline that I thought was very, very, very alarming. Very alarming. This chef, I guess, goes on a podcast and wanted to share the horrible experience that he had with B. Simone. And I want us to really listen to this story and come back.
What's the one request you got from a celebrity that threw you off? Like, as far as like cooking for them?
Believe it or not, B. Simone. B. Simone, man. Yeah. Me and B kind of went back and forth a little bit one time. Yeah, that was crazy, right? I think she had like a show. She had like a show out here, like maybe like a year and a half ago, something like that. And I'm hitting her up in the DMs, trying to just, pretty much, cook for her, whatever at the time. I was still trying to get the exposure at the time.
Yeah.
And dog, she was just, oh my God, horrible.
Oh, man.
And I was just like, damn, like, I ain't even fucking interested in cooking for you no more. You know what I'm saying?
When you say horrible, like, explain.
She was just being rude in the DM, and she was just like, I think I had asked her to like FaceTime me or something like that, right? Like, I was just trying to, talk to her like, one-on-one like that. And she was like, I'm not gonna FaceTime you, but if you want, you can still come to my show and buy a ticket and come backstage and bring me the food. And I was like,
damn.
You want me to buy a ticket to your not funny show, and then you want me to bring food that's gonna cost me to bring to you just for what? Like, there's no guarantee you're gonna even have your phone out to record and put on your page.
Right.
So, man, B.
Would you cook for it now?
She said she penny pinching, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nah.
Yeah.
So first thing I want to point out is that this chef, who I hope none of you order from because he's clearly violent towards women. This was violence. And violence doesn't have to just equal physical harm. It is looking to harm someone, whether it be emotional, whether it be mental. Like, nothing about this was filled with good intentions, okay? And so in his case, when I say violent, I feel that he was seeking to harm her emotionally, and he was seeking to foster a comment section that was going to continue to drag her, because he knows, as well as all of you all know, that it's very easy to stir up dragging B. Simone. It doesn't take much work. He was asked, what is the craziest request that was made by a celebrity? But he proceeded to let us know B. Simone did not request anything. He was the one requesting that she allow him to provide his services. So first things first, she never requested anything. Never requested anything. So once he made his request, right, she says she was just extremely horrible. What was so horrible? He asked to FaceTime her, and she said no.
I think I had asked her to like FaceTime me or something like that, right? Like, I was just trying to, talk to her like, one-on-one like that. And she was like, I'm not gonna FaceTime you.
a lot of times when people say that, oh, this celebrity was mean to me, this influencer was mean to me, it be that person just set a boundary. They just set a boundary. It be that plain and simple. I don't know you. Why the fuck am I FaceTiming you? You're sending me a DM. You're asking if you can bring me food. That doesn't warrant me FaceTiming you at all. FaceTime, that's my personal information. That's my personal number. Why would I give you my personal information? I don't know you. I'm a woman. I don't know what your intentions are. I don't know if your intentions are just to bring me food. I don't know if your intentions are to bring me food laced with drugs in it. I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't need to FaceTime you. Okay? So then she proceeds to do what?
But you know, if you want, you can still come to my show and buy a ticket and come backstage and bring me the food. And I was like,
Damn.
you want me to buy a ticket to your not funny show, and then you want me to bring food that's gonna cost me to bring to you just for what?
She then proceeds to state her boundaries. Hey, since you're interested in bringing me food, buy a ticket, buy a backstage pass. I believe I can't remember if she said a backstage pass or not, but buy a ticket and I will see you after the show. That was how B. Simone was horrible. A man she doesn't know thought that he should have the right to FaceTime her. What is professional about that? Like, let's not even talk about the fact that I don't know you. What's professional about that? Hi, B. Simone. My name is Chef so-and-so and so. I would like to provide my services for you. Please allow me to know, like, how can I make this possible? I know that you have a show tonight in wherever you are. Please let me know. Hey, chef, if you buy a ticket, I can see you after the show. It's pretty simple. Hey, I'm sorry. I can't afford a ticket to your show, or whatever the case may be. Maybe next time. Okay. No. Instead, he's now on this platform telling us how horrible she was and still has yet to tell us what she did that was horrible. During Black Women's, how was she horrible to you, Black Women's Month? Right? But what does he proceed to do now? Now he's going to talk about how unfunny she is, how she's undeserving of his money, that it's going to take him effort, money that he has to spend to make the food. Bitch, you were going to have to do that regardless. What are you talking about? You were going to have to spend that money to make that food regardless. So what is this conversation? And if she's so horrible at what she does, why the fuck would you want to cook for her? If I find somebody unfunny and I'm not trying to cook for them. I'm not trying to provide a service to them. Now she's unfunny. And then he proceeds to let us know that there was no guarantee that she was going to get her phone out and put it on her page. Sir, you have to pay for that. So you didn't even want to pay to go buy the food that you were supposed to cook, right? You didn't even want to pay to go to her show. But you think she's going to provide you free promo? A man she doesn't know who also wanted to FaceTime her?
It's getting weird.
Who's horrible here? Who's horrible here? Oh, because you didn't get the access to her that you really wanted, she's a horrible person. Because you weren't able to get the response that you wanted, that you felt entitled to, she's a horrible person now. Interesting. And then he goes on to make fun of the fact that she's broke now. She ain't got no money now. So now he's laughing at that. He feels so empowered knowing that this woman is broke. but she's the horrible person. If you think the online discourse surrounding B. Simone isn't leading to these men being violent towards her, you are sadly mistaken. Not that that needed to happen for men to be violent towards her or any woman. Men are violent to women, period. But I'm just starting to see a trend when it comes to her, and it's very worrisome. Especially because everyday women have to go through this. But when you have a platform, the way these men will make it a point to make content to humble you, make content to harm you, make content to, and then what makes it worse is seeing women in the comment section jumping in. Yeah, everybody can't be wrong about her. Do y'all actively listen? Even the comment section of this video, I was just like, what? What am I reading? Are people dumb? They are dumb. People are dumb. People are illiterate. People honestly have comprehension disorders. They hear a bunch of words, but the words don't land the way they're supposed to. Which is why now y'all's kids are so fucking dumb that their only option is to carry cameras around and harass people. They are the children of the children that were not left behind. Fucking dummies who are walking around and basically creating even more violent environments for women. These two videos were just alarming to me, and I just had a lot of thoughts about it, and I just wanted to get it out of me because I just was very disturbed. Very, very disturbed. You don't have to like her. You don't got to support her. But just know that the discourse online surrounding her can lead to shit going very, very wrong. As it does for plenty of women. Plenty of women. As a Black women's, during Black Women's Month, unfortunately, the men who delete us the most look like these men from these videos. And they don't need much of an excuse. They don't need much of a reason to do it. But when you add online clout and comment sections and the chance to build a platform off of the hate of one woman, baby, that's going to ramp the boys up. They love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. She better than me because I would have pew, pew, pew. And that's why my last point too is, ladies, we need to start pew, pew, pewing more often. We need to start pew, pew, pewing more often. So these men understand, don't follow me to my car. The way she was scurrying out of there and they gave no fucks and followed her, no. Absolutely not. Yeah, this disturbed me. Like, these videos disturbed me. And I just had to tell y'all my thoughts on them. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. Drop that in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.
VBS, I just turned the water on. Big old flex, shit you never saw before.